Hello everybody, how you guys doing today? Nice to see everybody. All right. Hold on a second. Something is poking me. There we go. I'm laying on something. Hold on a second. All right, Dr. AB, what's up, Thorin, Missy Scott? Nice to see you guys. We got Random Gamer, we got Unknown, we got Tammin, Striker, we got Big, Wholesome. All right. Awesome to see everybody today. So, what's going on, everyone? Is everybody having a good week so far? I guess it's what, Tuesday? It's kind of like still the beginning of the week, so hopefully everybody's week is going good. Good old Tuesday, right? Good old Tuesday. Mitos in the house. So Dr. AB says I should announce the winners like that more often. So picking the winners off the forum is a little bit different. Like on the forum, we can just hit randomize and then grab the first. You can set that. You can set the Google form to just put all the names in a random order, and then you can just copy and paste them all really quick. It only takes like 2 seconds, so that wouldn't be a good live stream, but I could see people finding reasons to complain about the way that works, honestly. But you put everything in random and then you just grabbed 100 or 200 names off of the randomized list. That's about as fair as it gets. But I can guarantee you people would be going, oh no, that wasn't fair the way you did that. So I'm just like, nope, not going to live stream those ones. But yeah, on the small 5 giveaways, every once in a while I post the video of how I pick them, because people need to see how they're being picked. That way they realize it is actually fair for everybody. All right, so let's see. What do we got? What do you guys got as far as questions go? I'm hearing some really interesting news that Pixonic is probably working on Titan pilots. I guess one of the Pixonic employees had posted somewhere that yes, they are working on Titan pilots. My friend has a screenshot of one of them saying that, so I'm like, okay, well, I guess unfortunately Titan pilots are going to be a thing pretty soon. I don't think we're going to see a drone rework on the upcoming update. I think that's going to be on the next one, not the one we're about to get. So I don't think the drone rework is quite ready, guys. But drone rework will still be a little while, so your chips are still safe for another update, at least so I understand. Don't quote me on it, just in case. I mean, Pixonic can change anything at any time, but that's just what I've got from them at the moment. I'm not really looking forward to Titan pilots, right? Now, a friend of mine, I don't know how true this is, but a friend of mine also says they are working on sonic weapons for Titans. But honestly, if you got something like a Maha and a Maha Vajra, what's the point of sonic weapons? The Maha and the Maha Vajra are already basically superior to sonic weapons, so we'll see what happens. Sinnerman, what's up, buddy? But yeah, Titan pilots, I don't think that's something the game actually needs. I mean, we've just got too many things going on in the game. So Titan pilots aren't going to be something we really need or want to see, at least most of us. There may be a few people out there that go, yay, Titan pilots, this is awesome. But I think most of us are going to go, no, we don't like it. So N-Aper-Z, I probably said that wrong. How's it going? Alright, so Ishin wants to know the best build for Revenant in the current meta. So for Revenant, I still think something like Puncher and Cudgels are really good, or you could run all shotguns on there. That's probably my favorite build, is the shotguns, honestly. The shotguns are really good. I would run 2 repair amplifiers and a nuclear amplifier and a nebula drone. And I like the pilot that gives the Revenant the extra healing when he comes out of his ability. I think that's what he does. Yeah, it heals him up when he comes out of the ability. That's how I would build my Revenants right now. Missy Scott, sorry to hear you're not feeling good. That sucks. Juan wants to know why the price of the Heimdall is at 2,000 platinum when it's weaker than other robots. Well, Heimdall is really amazing. You got to play it differently, though. It's made to be a support robot. It's not supposed to be a strong fighter. It's supposed to be a support, and if you can figure out how to play it like a support, it's actually really good. So I don't really think it's weak if played correctly. Yeah, it's weak when you're up a one-on-one in a brawl. Yes, it's weak at that point. But if played correctly, it's actually really good. Hey, Rockies, how's it going? Zod in the house. What's up, Zod? So, Sharish, I don't know. I've heard people talking about a bunch of nerfs, but I have not seen Pixonic post anything about those nerfs. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Sometimes there's a list of stuff going around that's not true. Sometimes there's a bunch of stuff that is true. So I really don't know about those nerfs yet. I do hear from Pixonic, though, that they're planning on buffing a lot of older weapons and robots. The Blue Crow, what's up? Man, Crow, I really hope they buff the Pantheon bots again. One of the rumors I'm hearing is those bots are going to be buffed, and if they are, that would be amazing. Again, I can't guarantee that's true or not, but I think that would be great. Thomas, hello. Hasib, hello, how are you? Spaceman, how's it going? I'm reading back through the chat a little bit. Alright, cool. So Thomas just won a Thor battleship. But it's still going to be useful after the drone shields are gone. So currently, there's a lot of robots that have a built-in shield. And I don't know about the lower leagues, but up there in Champion League, a lot of people are using the Northlight Mothership, which can give you a crazy strong shield. So if you ever notice, there's sometimes you see these yellow shields that you just can't seem to take down with your weapons. Those are from the Northlight Mothership. Sometimes teammates will get next to each other, they'll all drop their mothership at the same time, and they'll all stack those shields, and you'll see a guy with like a 2 million hit point yellow shield. So yeah, that mothership to get rid of the shields is still going to be very handy for stuff like that. So I'm going to say yes, it can be extremely handy. Now, not as handy, but yes, it'll be very good still in my opinion. So, I mean, if that fits your playing style, then yes, go for it. Unexpected Droid says, hey, Danny, Al June needs a birth. Yes, I think Al June does need a birth. But they need to give him some of his flight time back at least. He was so fun when he was able to fly for a longer time. What do you mean YouTube crashed? On my end, YouTube still appears to be running and working properly. Dr. AB, did your YouTube like shut down on your phone or what? Rocky says, when will you announce the winners of the giveaway? Well, sometime after the giveaway ends. I did explain that on the giveaway videos. Now, if you're talking about the smaller 5-item giveaway, normally I announce those sometime towards the middle or the end of the week. If it's the big 100 giveaways, the video explains when they end. So sometime after that. Bell Sprout in the house. What's going on? Suresh says, is there another nerf coming for Seraph? I really don't know. I actually haven't heard anything about a Seraph nerf. So your YouTube app on your phone or your TV or whatever, your computer just crashed. I don't know if I've ever had YouTube crash like that before, but I've had YouTube errors in the past, but I don't think I've ever had a YouTube crash before. Lou Lange says, is there any advantage of running 2 immune amplifiers? Yes. Yes, there is. They will give you some of the stuff on the immune amplifier is actually stacked together and work really nice to make you more durable. I can't remember exactly which parts stack offhand, but we did a lot of testing and playing around with it, and yes, they do stack. So running 2 or 3 of them will definitely make you harder to kill. Normally, I like to run 2 of those and a nuclear amplifier on most robots. There are some robots where I run something different, but yeah, you can run 2 of those and it'll be a big help. Bell Sprout says the turret and Titan is Mars on every drug ever. I hope the robots are not doing drugs, Bell Sprout. That would not be a good thing. Thomas says, I am hyped for a Hellburner pilot. Hellburner is one of my favorite robots. Yeah, I have heard something about the Hellburner pilot. I don't know when that's going to be out. I don't know if that's going to be on the next update or the one after that or what. But yeah, I do hear there is a Hellburner pilot coming. Andrew, I don't know if the nerf for Smuta is a real nerf or just a rumor. I'm not sure. I haven't seen Pixonic comment on that yet, so I haven't seen them confirm it or deny it. Dr. AB, I think anything can actually crash. If it's on a phone or a computer or your television, it can always crash. I don't think it was actually YouTube itself that crashed. It was probably like your website browser or just the app itself had a crash. Or maybe your phone had a weird Git glitch which caused it to crash or something. I don't really know good enough how that stuff works, but that would be my guess as to why it might crash. Altered Beast, what up, what up? So Creso said they were focusing on weapons for now. Is that for buffs or nerfs, buddy? Are they planning on buffing them, right? I'm pretty sure they said they're going to be buffing a bunch of stuff, correct? My understanding is there's going to be a lot of buffs and very few nerfs. Sharish, if you want to increase the shield, you need to get fortifier modules. There's nothing you can put on the Erebus that makes it strong as far as hit points go. I don't care what you put on Erebus, it dies so fast. So yeah, I would buff the shield as much as I possibly could, but if you want to try and make it stronger, of course, go with the repair amplifiers. You can run 3 repair amplifiers or 3 fortifiers. I would go one with the other, but me personally, I would go with the 3 fortifiers. The only problem is there's still a lot of things running around with shield breakers that can kill your Erebus. So Rockies, normally, I don't know why they do this, but for some reason, normally when there's a major bug, if it's bad enough, they'll fix it right away. But if not, normally it gets fixed on the next update. So we've got, we only got like a few more days, I think, until the next update's coming out. So I can't guarantee it, but I'm going to guess they'll be focusing on fixing that during the next update. So we're all hoping that the next update will fix that bug. So Unknown Monster says Griffin is the oldest pilot to get a legendary pilot. We need it for Leo and Natasha too. What does the Griffin pilot do? I don't remember. I don't remember the Griffin pilot. What's that do? I didn't even know he had a pilot. I'm going to have to look on my Griffin and see if I have a Griffin pilot on it. But yeah, that would be sweet. I don't see Natasha getting a pilot, but that would be awesome if he did. Natasha's in desperate need of something like defense points. If you could put some defense points on Natasha, that would be amazing. Unexpected droid, I haven't heard anything about that from Pixonic, so I don't know if they're changing the punchers or not. But punchers are designed to do huge damage at a close distance and less damage at more of a range, so maybe if they think the punchers are too strong at a range, they will do that. I don't know. But personally, when you're running punchers, your best bet is to get as close to the enemy as possible. That way they do the most damage possible. Alright, so Bellsprout, I've never really been a good Hellburner pilot, so I can't really give you a good Hellburner build. I know people used to love the cloaking units to make them go into stealth. They used to love to run the flamethrower weapons on him. And sometimes you would see somebody with one of those little EQ shields or ECU shields or whatever you call them on the side. And an Ancile shield on the top. So it's a very squishy, very hard robot to play. I mean, some people are putting healing on it, some people are putting jump modules on it, but I really can't tell you what the best Hellburner build currently is because I never play it and I completely, absolutely suck with the Hellburner. Every time I've ever played mine, I like run somewhere and like they kill it before it even gets a chance to live. So don't ask me about Hellburners. I have no clue how to make a good Hellburner. That's probably like one of the very few robots in the game that I can't do anything with. Hellburner and Strider, man, I can't do anything with either one, honestly. I've been meaning to get my Hellburner out and play it and find some builds for it, but I just haven't really got around to it. So maybe I'll actually work on that sometime soon. Maybe like later today I'll throw the Hellburner in my hangar and play with it and see if I can figure out how to make it actually work well. So yeah, I mean, I guess you can stay tuned for a possible Hellburner video coming out. Because like I said, I've been meaning to do that for a while. Alright, so Taman says I have 10 keys, but I'm just grinding free-to-play player and watching ads. Yeah, keep watching those ads for keys. Alright, so the Griffin pilot reduces his cooldown. Interesting. I wonder if I have a Leo pilot. I'm going to have to look. Yeah, I didn't actually know there was a Leo pilot, so I guess I don't know everything, right? What's up, Cool Burn? What's up, Drip? What's up, Tin? Tin, this is a question and answer stream, so I'm not playing live. I can't focus on answering your guys' questions when I'm playing. That's just something for you guys to look at while I'm answering your questions. Alright, so Random Gamer wants an Ares build. Currently, Ares is very squishy. Like, it dies if you even look at it funny. So I would probably go with a Last Stand. I think Ares almost has to have a Last Stand. There's not a lot of robots I'll still put Last Stand on, but I would probably do a Last Stand and 2 nuclear amplifiers. That way it's got a little bit of something to help it stay alive, and the nuclear amplifiers will make it do as much damage as possible quickly. As far as a drone, I would probably run a beak with damage chips on it just to make it do damage crazy fast. Now remember, in a couple of months, the drone chips are going to be gone and drones are going to be different. But for now, I would probably run a drone with damage chips. because it's so squishy and it dies so easy. You want to be able to rack out as much damage as you can get before it dies. Now, as far as weapons, I would try and find weapons that have a 500 or a 600 meter range and stay back as far as possible. So weapons like the Blights are super good on there. You could use like Pulsar and Magnetars. You could use Scourge and Spark. Not really recommended, but that would work if needed. Really not a great setup, but what else would be really good? You could run 2 spears and 2... the medium version of Blight. What's that thing called? You know what I'm talking about. The medium radiation weapons and 2 spears would be good, but anything that does good damage from 500 to 600 meters would be a good setup for Ares. But I've tried to put, Nebula on it to keep it healed up. I've tried to run repair amplifiers to keep it healed up, and it still dies so fast, it's crazy. So that's why I would personally go with as much damage as possible, because you just can't seem to make the Ares strong right now as far as hit points and health goes. It's got huge damage, but very squishy. Suresh, that would be the whiteout drone. The whiteout will EMP people. That's a very good drone, and you can put some healing chips on there. Skunks, what's up? Skunk says, I'm a healer player with a Nodens, Demeter, or Mender, and I used to do more damage plus heal than any of the other teammates, but always place 4th to 6th in my team. Can Pixonic fix this? Okay, so here's the deal. Your honor points determine what place you're going to come in. So healing gives you so many honor points. Capturing beacons gives you honor points. Killing a Titan, killing robots, kill streaks. There's a whole bunch of different things that add up to honor points. And if the only thing you're really doing is healing, you're never going to earn a whole lot of honor. So when you come in last place, it doesn't matter. Like, for example, I've been playing my Skyros a lot. I'm going to have a video coming out tomorrow for the Skyros. So I play Skyros, right? I stay in the ball most of the battle. I grab beacons, I hold beacons. It's a gigantic help to my teammate, but I come out with 300,000 damage and no kills, and I come in last place every game when I play that. But it doesn't really matter because that helped my team win, right? That's the way I look at it. If you're playing a support role, you're not going to have a lot of honor points probably, so I don't think that's something Pixonic is ever going to change, but I can try to mention something like that to them. But that's kind of my opinion and how I see it. Unexpected, no. I was thinking the drone update was going to be on the next update, but I guess they're saying no, it's probably going to be on the following one. So when the next event starts, look at the amount of days left on the super chest. I mean the special delivery crates. Not the current one, but when the next event starts, however long that lasts, that's how long it should probably be until the drone rework hits, if everything goes right with it. But that's just a guesstimated time of when it might happen. Unexpected says auto or eight. Oh, okay, I got you. Now I see what you're saying. So you want to know if you want to run the auto or the Adrian pilot on Leo or Trixie. Droid, if you can put a Trixie on there and you don't mind spending the extra power cells, Trixie would be an excellent pilot for anything. But the only thing is, you might sit there clicking those power cells over and over and over and over again every couple of seconds, and then all of a sudden you used up all your power cells. So that's the only problem with Trixie, but Trixie is probably the best universal pilot we have in the game. Drip says, how can I join the Discord server? I'm not really sure which Discord server, but if you have Discord and you're trying to join my Discord, like the little, I think the little bot posts a link to my Discord every so often, or there's usually a link in my video descriptions to my Discord. If you want to join like the War Robots official Discord or something like that, I'm not really sure how you find that. They probably have a link to it somewhere. I'm not really sure where you can find a link to their Discord, honestly. Maybe you could just type in War Robot's Discord server and find it that way. I'm not really sure. I never really thought about it. I think they sent me a link to it and I just joined it. Missy had to feed the dog. What kind of dog you got, Missy? Rockies, I also hope the next special crates are going to be better because this current set of crates was terrible. I think I saw a hunker down in the house. He's saying hazards. Yeah, that's the name of the weapon I couldn't think of. Thank you, hunker. Bellsprout, I don't know if they're planning on nerfing the angler anytime soon, but I definitely wish they would. So Rockzilla, we do not get to ask for giveaways. Like, once I asked for giveaways and they said, nope, you don't get to ask. Like, we decide the giveaways. So they said, please don't ask us to do specific giveaways because that's not how it works. I don't know how they decide which things to give away, but I can't give away the things I would like to give away. I give away whatever Pixonic arranges. Ah, the German Shepherd. Is that its name? Do you call it the German Shepherd? Okay, I think there was 2 Titans getting a buff up to tier 4. I think they say the Minos and... what was the other one? Minos and... I can't remember, but I believe there are 2 Titans that are currently like lower level Titans that are going to be buffed up to the highest tier of Titans again. Is it Nodens? I hope it is Nodens. That would be awesome. But yeah, there's definitely a couple of Titan buffs coming, guys. So one thing though, more than likely when the Titans do get buffed, it'll cost more to upgrade them. So I don't know if the Titans are cheaper to upgrade if they're a lower tier Titan or not. I would assume they probably are. Every time I've upgraded a Titan, it was newer, so it was always the full price. But if it's cheaper upgrades for a lower tier Titan, now might be the time to upgrade those if you have them before they get the buff. Rocky says, make a Hellburner vid for fun. I'm gonna have to try and get my Hellburner out because I can't play it for crap. So Random Gamer, yes, I think after they buff the Atomizer and the Quarker, it's gonna be pretty good. The Quarkers are actually pretty strong weapons for what they are, and I don't know if they're buffing the Quarker, but I know there's a test server buff on the Atomizers right now. At least I think it was the Atomizers. They're buffing some sort of... Okay, there's 3 types of weapons. There's Atomizer, Quarker, and Nucleon. I know at least one of the 3 are getting buffed, okay? I can't remember if it was all 3 or just the one. But... yeah, the Nucleon. Yeah, that's right. The Nucleons are on the test server. So Atomizer and Quarkers are pretty cool weapons. Now, if they happen to buff the Atomizers at some point, then I would say yes, that would probably be good for the Ares. As of right now, I think Atomizers are kind of so. I feel like the Quarkers are almost stronger than the Atomizers at the moment. But it would be an okay build. I don't think that would be the best build, but I think it would be an okay build right at the moment. Programmer 18 says, play the Ember and the Blaze on the Hellburner. Yeah, that's one of the old school builds people used to always use on there. I remember the little EQ shield with the Ember on top. Or you would see the EQ shield with the Ancile on top. Those were the 2 most popular builds back in the day. So Unexpected Droid, I actually put Scalds on my Nether and I hated it. They don't have any, they barely have any splash damage, and most of the stuff I shot at, if it was like slightly behind cover or if it was I didn't quite hit it with the rockets because they're kind of slow moving rockets. It didn't seem to really damage anybody. So I played probably 5 or 6 games with those on there, and I was like, screw this, I'm getting rid of these things. Like, I just don't like the flaming rocket weapons at all. I hate them. They're one of my least favorite weapons in the game. So I don't know, you might like them, I'm not sure. I know a few people that do, but they did not work for me. I kind of hated them. Now jaws are pretty cool on there. I think the jaws are good, the sonic weapons are good, the cudgels are really good. Pretty much anything that's got a decent amount of range or does a lot of damage up close, depending on if you want to play it from a distance or far away. But those are some of my favorites right there. I've done a lot of stuff with it, and well, those were kind of my favorite weapons, I think. But I think the cudgels were probably my favorite, or I guess the radiation weapons if you want to play it from a distance. MC Hamster, what's up, buddy? I actually did not try the explosive expert skill on those weapons. So that might make a big difference, honestly. That might actually make those weapons good if you can get a little bit of splash damage on them. Alright, so Tin, I don't really know what you mean. He says, God, how God, I didn't sell advomizers, but the Nucleon is still good. I don't quite follow what you're saying there. Maybe you could reword that or something. Alright, so a programmer plays the Ember Blaze on the Hellburner. I'm reading back up through some of the old chat now to see if I missed anything. If I miss anybody's questions or comments, I'm sorry. You know, you get to talking and there's a whole bunch of people asking stuff, so. Sometimes I miss a few things. Crow wants to know if he should buy Armadillo for his Ares. You know what? I'm not really sure how Armadillo would work on the Ares. I mean, if you could grab a couple of beacons and get a couple of quick kills and get a couple of stacks on the Armadillo, that might help, but as low as his hit points are, I'm not really sure if that's going to be a game changer for you or not, honestly. I'm really not sure if that would work well on such a squishy robot. Ah, new subscriber, PC Ninja. Thanks, buddy. Missy Scott says she's staying awake because I said she can't be MIA again or else. Boca, hello. I don't understand what you're saying. If you know English, please type that. Mito says if you want to buy something, better buy a robot. So Random Gamer, check this out. Skyros. Skyros is very hard to kill even for spear players. As long as you stay in the ball. It's great for beacon games if you're trying to get and hold beacons. I am going to make a video about that tomorrow, I think, for the Skyros, because I'm really impressed at how well it's doing on the battlefield when dealing with spears and anglers. Kepris are also pretty good because they're very fast. They've got high hit points. Anything that's hard to kill is probably going to be your best bet. I think the hardest to kill robot in the game is probably the Skyros, as long as you stay in the ball. Anything that flies or jumps, you can get up in the air and the angler can't blind you. If you're jumping over top of the angler's head right when its ability goes off, generally you won't get blinded. I'm not sure how high you have to be over top of them, but I had a jump unit on one of my robots and he was not blinding me when I used the jump unit and went up over top of him. So those are the main things I can really think about that's good for dealing with like anglers and spears at the moment. Phase shift, if somebody starts shooting you with that, I guess you could run a phase shift and try to get back behind cover as quickly as possible. Kron says, missed you for too long, Missy. Alright, so Boca, I have no idea what you're saying. I don't have any type of translator to translate. A man says, when is the next giveaway? I don't know, my friend. I currently have 3 giveaways going, so I got 2 100 giveaways and a small 5 giveaway going. So there's 3 giveaways up that are still active. Mito says, the only counter to spears is not to be there. Alright, Spaceman says, Danny, do you think they'll ever give us the option to upgrade our regular weapons to limited edition? I know that's something they were talking about working on. I'm not sure if they're currently still working on it, and if they are, I'm not really sure when that's going to happen, but I'm going to say yes, that I can't guarantee it, but that very well may be something we see sometime soon. So we probably will see that happen in the near future. I don't know when, but I am expecting to see it at some point. Missy, yeah, it's always more fun when you're in the chat. I don't know why. You're always saying some crazy off the wall, random stuff like coffee sucks. And then everybody goes, no way, coffee's good. It always stirs up the chat right there. Unexpected droid. I still don't know when they're going to have Yamantau ready. Now, there are some rumors that it might be on this next update or the one after, but I have no way to confirm that at the moment. Last I heard, they were still working on it, and I think they were almost done with it. I'm not really sure what the deal was, but they originally said they haven't had the map out because I believe they said there was a bug with the map. Something wasn't working properly with it, and the map itself was causing some sort of problems. Boca said, Danny is awesome. Well, thank you. That's very nice. I appreciate that. So, Random Gamer, you want to know how to defeat a Skyros quickly? Just keep shooting at it and eventually it dies. There's really not a good quick way to do it. Now, there are a couple weapons that do seem to hit it a little harder, like weapons with DOT damage seem to do a little more damage to it. The bendy bullets, the weapons that shoot around corners, those seem to do a pretty decent amount of damage to it. Spears do a very decent amount of damage to it. And I know there was one other type of weapon that seemed to hit it pretty hard, but I can't oh yeah, the flaming rockets, when they have that blast effect go off, that takes a pretty nice chunk. I hate those weapons, but they are good for fighting Skyros if you can hit it. But still, it usually takes quite a while to kill those things no matter what. Skinish123, what's up, buddy? He says, I like listening to your commentary while playing. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the, at least listening to the videos. Thank you for stopping by. That's awesome. Hope your games are going well. Mark III aphids. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any aphids on either one of my accounts. You know what? I'm gonna have to get on my Battle Rec account and find out which weapons I don't have and request them. Because generally on the Battle Rec accounts, when you need something, you ask for them and they send it over. I know there's still a few things I don't have on there, but I know I don't have aphids on either account. So right now I can't try that. I'm going to have to remember to get on there and request some of the weapons I don't have, but last time I played aphids, they felt terrible. To me, like, when they were in the lower leagues, they were really good, but up in Champion League, they were terrible last time I tried them. I accidentally sold my aphids. I thought I was selling spirals, and I sold my aphids a while back. So I did have some aphids that were, I think, in the Mark II range back in the day, and I accidentally sold them. So I really should have contacted Pixonic and said, hey, can you give me my weapons back? I sold them by mistake. Most of the time they will return your thing if you accidentally sell something. They won't do it often, but like maybe like once a year or something they will. Neil, how's it going? Glad you're liking the stream. Thank you. Missy Scott's going on about the meatballs. Meatballs, meatballs, meatballs. Rockies is from India. What do you say when somebody says, like, you know, I'm from India? Do I say, hello, India? I've never really known how to reply to that one. I need to find something fun or interesting to say back, but I don't know what to say. But hello from the United States, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to ask around, like, give me something good idea. Give me a good idea of what to say when somebody tells me where they're from, right? Alex says play Fortnite. Never played Fortnite. I don't really know what Fortnite is or what it's about, honestly. Yeah, anytime there's a new robot and weapons, I usually try to make videos about those. So, bottom line is when the new robot comes out live on the live server, Pixonic will send it over to the BattleRec account, and I'll get to play those right away. So I will be definitely doing some videos on those when they come out live. Usually when new stuff comes out, I drop everything I'm doing and just kind of make some videos to show the new stuff off and some live streams to show the new stuff. That way everybody gets to see it in action and get my opinions on it and stuff like that. Mad Cat says Sloppy Skyros. Yeah, that's what he changed his name to. I don't actually have Fortnite, buddy. I can't play a game I don't have, and I'm guessing you probably have to buy that thing with money, right? Is Fortnite free or do you have to buy it? NYIBLOR. Wow, I don't know how to say that name at all. Blor? NYI Bloring? I have no idea how you would say that. But anyways, hello, hello. Siskin123 says, hello, Indian. No, I don't know. That doesn't sound right to me. The only time I really play the BR account is when things are new and I don't have it on my account. Then I get on the BR to play. But generally, if I can do the video from my account, I always play my account when I can. I'm actually really looking for the new. I'm looking forward to the new robot. I mean, that sounds like it's going to be really fun. Teleporting through portals that you leave is going to be really cool. Manilow, how you doing? Manilow is from the Bronx in New York. I think I just saw somebody else saying hello from somewhere, but I lost the comment. Where did that go? So I think I missed somebody's comment. Whoever that was, hello from wherever you are. Which old school robot is the best? I would say if you're talking about like old school, Leo. Leo is awesome. You could give me a hanger of 5 Leos and I could still play that every day in Champion League. Not kidding. I really could. It wouldn't be as good as the new stuff, but it's definitely, Leo is still playable in Champion League. It's actually halfway decent. Okay, Amon, I probably can't pronounce that. So, Shri Ram. I probably said it very wrong. Hopefully that's not really a curse word or something. Hope you're not tricking me into cursing. I probably shouldn't say things that I don't know what they are. Yeah, you know, when that new bot comes out, I think that's going to really be good for squad play. So when that does come out, I'll probably be getting like some of my clan mates and friends together to help me make that video, because I'll just kind of like have them follow me around and everybody can teleport through the teleporters. Yeah, that video is definitely going to require a full squad, I think, to really be able to show off what happens when you're playing that robot. Can I play Roblox? I don't have that game either, actually. Currently, I don't have any PC games other than I think I've got one race car game, which is called Dirt 5, and I've got War Robots Frontiers on the PC, and that's it. I accidentally erased all my PC games that I used to own on Steam. I used to have a couple of Call of Duties and stuff like that, and somehow I deleted them off my account, and then pretty much they're lost forever unless I want to rebuy them, which I do not. So I was trying to just remove it from my library just so it didn't show up in there, and then I could go back in later and get it when I wanted to, but I accidentally deleted them completely, so oh well. Total Annihilation. I'm not familiar with that one. Kwan, how you doing? So Andrew, yes, it's going to be a different ball game when there's no purple shields. So you're going to be able to kill the enemies faster, and your robots are probably going to die faster. So right now, I notice one thing is everybody's more confident in getting up in your face and brawling because those shields save you. So I think we might have to resort back to some old school tactics of corner shooting, using cover more often and stuff like that. So we may need to relearn to play the game a little bit after those purple shield chips are gone. But the thing is, it may take a little bit of getting used to, but I think we'll all get used to it. So Random Gamer, basically if there's a Seraph up in the air, don't even bother to shoot at it. Just try to take cover or not get hit by it until it lands, and then come out and kill it. Because Seraphs don't really take any damage in the air. There's even like the spear weapons barely damage them, so. What is Roblox actually? I know it's supposed to be a pretty fun game, but what do you do? Is it kind of like Minecraft? Do you build stuff or what? Mitos says, I think they will replace purple shields with Aegis. Well, I don't know, because the drone chips are going to be gone completely. They're removing all drone chips. So any drones are going to have built-in abilities now. So my understanding is, let's just say you get a drone like the Nebula that has 4 chip slots. The Nebula will have 4 standard abilities, and I think you can level each ability up. So let's just say ability 1 is like healing. Well, you can get healing level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 90, 312,000, 94 billion. Well, I don't know if they're gonna, how many levels they're actually gonna have, but you get the idea. But they'll probably be like, I don't know, I'm guessing it's gonna be like pilots, where you probably have like you know, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 type of deal. None of us really know 100% how that's gonna work. Zod, thanks buddy. Yeah, I usually use this on the question and answer streams. Alex, why you're saying sorry? So Quan's a little bit worried about the compensation that we're going to get for the microchips. I think that's the one thing most of us are worried about. Are they going to give us a fair amount of resources to upgrade our drones after? I mean, I've got so many gold chips and purple chips over the years. It's crazy. You know, I've bought quite a few of those $3 deals that give you drones with gold chips. I used to go in there and every single day and I would buy all the blue chips that I liked every day. Then I would refresh it, buy the next set, and eventually I merged a whole bunch of chips into other chips. So I've got a lot of chips. So I would expect to get a bunch of like really nice stuff, I would hope. Missy Scott says, stay far away from coffee. Grady White, what's up, buddy? I should try to look into a game like Roblox or something. Yeah, drones are actually very cheap at the moment, that is true. But due to the fact that we don't know what's going to happen to them, I probably wouldn't go buying too many drone deals. Daniel Rogers, nope. We thought it was going to be on this update, but they're probably saying not the upcoming one, but maybe the one after. I think the next one is what, 8.7? So we're probably going to see it on, I think, 8.8. Don't quote me on that. That's just our guesstimated deal. But my understanding is the drone rework's not quite finished and ready, so they're still working on getting it working properly and all that stuff, so. Grady White, I hope the yellow and purple chips also equal new currency, right? Wouldn't they all? It better be more than just the gold chips, man. Coburn says Roblox is for kids. Is it? I don't actually know what it is. Kron says Roadblocks. Missy Scott, it would be pretty hard to come looking for you because nobody knows where you live. If we knew where you lived and you went MIA, somebody would hunt you down and drive a Cossack over to your house. And the Cossack would kick in your front door and be like, hey, are you in there? I'm telling you, if we knew where you lived, we would come over with a Cossack. But we don't. Kron says tricks are for kids too. Alex says, can I play with your war robots? I mean, if you... No. I'm definitely not giving out my account password and username and stuff like that. Andrew says, do you think anybody cares about the Mark III? Yes, some people do. Most people don't, but some people do. Missy Scott wants a better bot. Alright, fine. I'll bring a freaking luchador over and it'll just jump on your house. How about that? And then it'll put a shield up so you can't attack it back. Jeez. Alright, so Random Gamer wants a good build for Al Ming. The brand new weapons on Ming are excellent. The blinding weapons for Ming are excellent. Those are currently... Oh, the Pantagruel type weapons are pretty good as well. Those are the three setups I like on the Ming right now. And the old school weapons that are like the red ones that shoot the, like, we call them the squirt guns. I forget what those are called. I haven't played those in years, but... The red energy weapons are somewhat decent. I actually played those a few days ago on the new robot, and I was like, oh, these are actually pretty nice. The only problem was they kind of took forever to reload. That's the only reason I took them off. I liked them until I had to reload. Crate and Basilisk are actually excellent weapons. Those things are really, really good. Blake Lee, what's going on, buddy? Zod says, what was the last items we were compensated for? The boosters on the booster rework. Now, personally, I know a lot of people that thought they got a fair amount of boosters, and I know a lot of people that thought they get ripped off. But one thing I gotta say, though, you gotta think about the boosters is back in the day, one booster did one thing, the next booster did something else, the next booster did this, the next booster did that. So there was all these different random separate boosters. Now we have like boosters that each do like 3 different things. So 3 boosters have been like rolled into one booster. So I guess you would probably get less because they're wrapping them up into one. It would be like having, let's just say you set down a screwdriver, a hammer, and a crescent wrench. You have 3 items right there, right? That's 3 items, a screwdriver, a hammer, and a crescent wrench. You have 3 items. But somebody's combined them into one single item that did all 3 things and gave you that. You probably wouldn't complain. You'd be like, hey, this is cool. Now I can do all 3 things with one item. Now, some people, though, claim that they had a whole lot of boosters, like loads and loads and loads of them, and barely got any of the other boosters. So I don't really know, but most people I know, except for a couple, were pretty happy with what they got on the booster rework. And a lot of people I know, or a few people I know, weren't. So honestly, I'm not really sure if people were getting ripped off or not. I mean, it might have just been their opinion. Maybe they really did get ripped off. I'm not sure, but I was very happy with the amount of boosters I got back from it. But not everybody else was, so. I'm really happy with the amount of boosters I got. So I can't complain about mine. So Kron liked the booster rework. We got Jimmy in the house. What up, Jimmy? He's back from the doctors. So Jimmy, were the doctors able to... I'm trying to think of something really dumb to say and nothing's coming to mind, so never mind. Were the doctors able to turn you into an android, Jimmy? I don't know. I was trying to find something funny to say like that, but it didn't work out. Alright, some days I'm good at making bad jokes, other days I'm bad at making bad jokes. So Missy's about to have an iPhone and an Android account. Sharish says, LOL, that was funny. Man, I messed it all up, Sharish. I ruined it. I suck at jokes today. Jimmy says, give Danny a thumbs up. That would definitely be amazing. I would really appreciate that if you all gave me a big old thumbs up. Alright, so Random Gamer, the smokescreen ability, I think it would be good if you were trying to escape. I'm not really sure how helpful that is, honestly. Like, if you're standing there and somebody starts shooting at you and you put a smoke screen down and you just bolt out of there, maybe you could get back to safety and they couldn't see where you were at, but I don't know how useful that's actually going to be, honestly. It was cool, I liked it, but I'm not really sure. Grady said he was okay with the amount of boosters he got. But yes, Blake Lee, I do agree you should be able to turn the boosters on and off. So this is how Pixonic designed the boosters to be used. Once the boosters we got from the rework are currently gone, let's just say you're planning on playing 3 games, then you would buy 3 boosters. And then you would run those 3 games, and then, you would, however many games you're planning on playing, buy that many boosters. That's kind of how they decided for it to work. That way we can choose when to buy them and use them, but actually I think it would be very nice if we could turn them on and off. Like, I don't really like the fact that we're forced to currently use the ones we got, but what can you do about that, I guess? Unexpected, you out of here, buddy. Catch you later. Son Paul, what's going on? You did not your apple. I'm doing alright, Son Paul. How about yourself? Turkey says, so many glitches. Yeah, sometimes you do get a bad update, but I think pretty much every game I've ever played ends up with a bad update occasionally. This one's definitely a little worse than most, but hopefully when the next update comes out in a few days, I don't think we got too much longer left on this current update. Hopefully some of those glitches will be fixed on the next update. Neil, yes, the Mars turret shoots faster when you throw it off the bot, so it will do more damage when it's off of the bot. And there's also a pilot skill you can get when you throw the bot off that you get a little bit of more defense points to make you stronger. So yes, if you can throw the turret onto the ground every chance you get, if you're in a fight or you need to shoot somebody. Like if I'm fighting somebody and they're right up in my face, I'll just drop it right on the ground in front of me. So most of you guys probably know, but if you just tap it once and let go, just a quick little tap, it'll throw it right on the ground. Or if you hold it down for a while, it throws it further, but that's kind of how I do it. Yeah, there's a lot of amazing deals on Mark II robots and weapons and cheap gold. Every day they're giving out amazing gold deals right now, which is awesome. I'm a big fan of what they're doing with the gold deals. We got Holy... I can't read your name. I do see Cyborg. I'll just call you Cyborg. What's up, buddy? Hello, Cyborg. Those are some weird letters, so I don't really know what some of those are. Son Paul just got home, had some dinner and chilling. Nice, nice. Gonna grind some war robots in a minute. Kron says Mars is fun to play. It's currently one of my favorite bots, actually. It's super fun. General Cyborg, gotcha. Okay, now I can see it. That's just really strange lettering. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Cyborg. Why does Missy need to see the doctor? Nah, we don't need a Mars turret, Missy. We'll just jump on your house with the Luchador. Luchador is good enough. He'll come there. He'll smash you. It'll be like Super Mario jumping on a mushroom. Just blink, blink, blink. It'll make those sounds. Grady White likes Duck's mini spider idea. I highly doubt they're ever going to change the Invader's ability, but you never know. They could make another spider bot that makes little spiders. Paulo, what's going on? I don't play the Battle Wreck account much unless like new stuff comes out and I don't have it on my personal account yet. But 98% of the time I'm always playing on my account. Alright, random gamer. You're welcome, buddy. Have a great day and catch you later. It was nice to see you. Like Juan says, you can get a Gothic Mars for $12. That would not be bad. I've seen some people say they were able to get it for like $20-some, but $12 would definitely be worth it. Zod, catch you later, man. Nice to see ya. Apollo says puncher or hammers. For what robot? Which robot, sir? We need to know which robot. Which robot? Young son, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? For the Seraph. Personally, I think I would go for the punchers. I think punchers are probably the most popular weapon on the Seraph right now for a good reason. Now there is a rumor that the punchers are going to get nerfed, but I have not seen Pixonic say that this was true yet. Ah, Grady White just won a Gothic Mars. Nice. So Jimmy said, I lost the war with Pixel with the Traditionalist on the Fenrir. Oh, that's a bummer. I know Jimmy said he got the Traditionalist Fenrir and it wasn't what he thought it was going to be. So I told him, I said, maybe write support and ask him if they can, take the skill away and give you your gold back. But I guess they didn't. Sorry to hear that, Jimmy. That sucks. One thing you could do was maybe close the ticket and open a new one and get a different support person and try again, Jimmy. That's probably what I would do, because I think sometimes you might get a support person that wants to do something and the next guy might not. I don't know. So Apollo says AD Gaming said that AD Gaming told off a bunch of nerfs and buffs, but I don't know where he got that information from. We're still trying to see if we can get Pixonic to confirm or deny that, and so far I haven't got any confirmations on it, so I don't know if that's correct information. I'm not sure what a source was for that, but I haven't been able to get anybody from Pixonic to tell me that it's true yet, so until they post it, I don't know. Missy Scott's looking for a clan to join on a brand new iOS account for War Robots. Alright, so young son, a lot of us YouTubers were asking for a unequip all button, because when we have to change our hangers around, it might take 10-15 minutes just to uninstall all the weapons and robots and crap. So I think instead of giving us a button, they finally just decided to make so when you put your stuff in the hanger, everything unequips, but it doesn't work right. It's still leaving the modules on. So most of us, like me, Adrian, Manny, a bunch of those guys were all like, we would really love to see an unequip button. I really don't know if I like the idea that when you put it in your hanger, there should just be an unequip all button where you go click and it just removes everything. That way you can leave it in your hanger the way you want it, or you can unequip it if you want it. So that would have been so much better, but for some reason they just decided to do it to where when you change robots, everything gets unequipped. I really don't understand why they're taking the paint jobs off, though. That part doesn't make much sense. But I don't know if other people were asking for the unequip button as well, but I know a bunch of the YouTubers were. But personally, I would have loved to have seen an unequip all button, not a throw it in your inventory and everything comes off button. So no one's really sure exactly why they did it like that. Most people don't really like the way they did it, but I know I don't really like it. I mean, I like it. I'm personally, I don't mind it, because generally I change stuff around so much it's ridiculous. So for me, it's a big help. But for your average person, yeah, kind of a weird thing for your average person, I guess. But we'll all get used to it, you know. So Apollo, yeah, I mean, this game was actually written, I guess this game originally came out on iOS, and a year later they made it for Android, and the games were completely separated. This game wasn't actually designed for cross platforms. Eventually they were able to add some cross-platform gameplay in. They're still trying to work on a full merge. So there may be a point someday where that's able to happen, but as of right now, it's not. Don't quote me on that. I mean, I can't guarantee that it's ever going to happen, but there is a possibility that at some point in time that they could set it up like that. I mean, most of us would all love it. It would be awesome to be able to get on Steam and play on my Steam account with my main account, or go over to My Games and play. You know, it'd be great if we could just get like a username and password and just log into our account on any device. That would be sweet, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we give them some ideas sometimes. Sometimes they listen to us. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do something similar to what we asked for. Sometimes it's not exactly what we wanted, but I don't know. You just got to roll with the punches, right? Things change and we got to get used to it, I guess. JR, how's it going? So, young son, what do you mean it's hard to find weapons to upgrade now? You must have a lot of weapons or something. I mean, on my battle rec account, my god, going through all the weapons and robots is crazy, but Apollo wants to know, what are my 5 strongest robots? Man, that's a very hard question to answer because there's a lot of really amazing robots. But currently, these are my favorites. Skyros for beacons. Alright, Skyros for beacons. Fenrir, Invader, Revenant for tanks. I love those 3. I'm not really sure which ones I like better. Mars for a damage dealer. I love the Mars as a damage dealer. There's going to be more than 5 here, okay? Siren and Harpy with the correct setup. Either one of those can be phenomenal as a damage dealer. What else? I'm just listing off my favorite robots that I like playing the most right now. Not that I like playing, but that I like playing and I think are still excellent. For some people, Fafnir can be an extremely good build, but not everybody's going to like the Fafnir. Some people who get the hang of it and learn how to play it, it's huge and awesome for them. What else do I really like playing at the moment? That's good. I hate to say it, but the stupid angler is extremely good right now. I mean, it's definitely one of the best bots in the game, but I don't like playing mine because it's too overpowered and it feels like it's not fair to the other players you're going against. So I try not to play the crazy overpowered builds just because I don't think it's fair to be running like, you know, spears with the autopilot around everything, or the anglers. You might see me with like one or the other in my hangar every once in a while, but you're probably never gonna see. I should say probably. You're probably never gonna see me with like the angler and the Kepri spears with the autopilot. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, I feel like it's too much, so I try not to play it. Like when I first got the angler, I was playing it a lot. Then I'm just got to the point where like, this is just too powerful, and I pulled it out. So another robot that I really love that I can't say is like super great at the moment, but I love Hades still. I think when the purple shield chips are gone, if we're not seeing as many shield breaker pilots, I think the Hades is going to make a big comeback for me. It all depends on how many people are still running shield breaker after they do the drone rework. But it's possible that Hades, Nemesis, and Ares might be getting a buff. Again, that's just a rumor for now. What about Mender? Mender is a really cool robot that I'm not very good with. I'm okay with it, but I'm not a great Mender player, so it's not really one of my favorites. But yeah, the Mender is quite good for a healer. If you need a healer, Mender is an amazing healer. Son Paul, I don't know what you mean about a small kid. So currently there is no Angler Legendary Pilot in the game. I think it's going to be on the next update. And my understanding is if you're not in your ability and you get a kill, it's going to allow you to go back into the ability again. Now, I don't know if that's what they've actually decided to go with or not, so I can't really answer you on that one, but I think it's going to recharge your ability when you get a kill. Just in case they've changed it or I'm wrong, don't quote me on that, but last I heard, that's the way that pilot was going to work. Like, I kind of hope they decided to change it to something else because the angler is already too overpowered. It doesn't need something to give it an additional ability. I think that's terrible. Oh, the Mender is like a little kid. Gotcha. Oh yeah, Scorpion's a really cool robot still. I really like the Scorpion. Scorpion's really fun and really good. I'm glad you brought that up because that's a very good robot still. I wouldn't say it's top meta, but it's pretty darn close. Jimmy says Mars is a silver mine with Captain Clyde. Yeah, if you put Captain Clyde on there and 2 of those damage dealt damage chips with a big drone, man, Mars will eat some people up. JR's got a hacker again. Man, I'm sorry to see that. How would I nerf the spears? I would actually just make so they don't work with the autopilot, because I'm going to be honest with you. If you don't have the autopilot on the spears, they're not all that strong. So I would probably just reduce the fire rate a little bit and make so they don't work with auto. And they would be perfectly fine. So if I play 4 spears with no damage chips and I don't run the autopilot, they're not really all that strong. They're basically like a much better version of Magnum that does a little more damage, but they don't kill stuff in 2 or 3 shots like when you add the other stuff to them. So whatever auto is doing to those, plus the damage chips, makes them unstoppable. But yeah, 4 spears by themselves with none of the other bells and whistles, not a big deal. Pinata, that's a terrible weapon. If you get up in Champion League, Pinata, yeah, the other day I had 2 of the Talumbas and 2 Pinatas or whatever on a robot. It took me 5 minutes to kill a guy that was just standing there with those 2 weapons maxed out. Not good weapons. Grady White says Claw is great on Mars. Yep, I agree with you on that one. Mike's Gaming says rest in peace. So yeah, Fainters are good, Claws are good, and Mace is good on the Mars. Those are my 3 favorite weapons at the moment. I don't know what weapons you have though, but yeah, Nether with Pinatas would be terrible in Champion League. You wouldn't be able to really do any damage. Those are really like beginner weapons. I mean, those weapons are for someone who just started playing down there in like Private League or Bronze League or something. But if you try and run like the Talumbas, Pinatas, the Pins, any of those really old weapons in Champion League, even if you got them maxed out, they just don't really do anything. So those are really just new player weapons only. Missy Scott, this is so not cool. What's not cool? Missy, what's the problem over there? Don't tell me the luchador actually came and jumped on your house. Jimmy says, I got the limited edition Hades after watching you rock with it. Yeah, I still love the Hades. Even now I get a lot of good games with Hades, but Harpy and Siren with the shield breaker is your worst enemy. But you know what? It's still an amazing robot, but if you don't have all those Harpy and Sirens out there with shield breakers, Hades is still going to be one of the top robots in my opinion. Apollo, have a great day, buddy. Catch you later. You're welcome. Missy Scott is yawning. Mike says, what if you do a Leo with spears? Alright, so if you were to get a Leo with spears and put the autopilot on it and a big drum with 2 damage on damage chips and probably put like, I guess you could put a puncher or one of the radiation weapons on top for the heavy slot. That would be just very brutal. I actually did play a Leo with spears not too long ago. I think on my old school robots video, I think I had 3 spears on the Leo. I think I made that like a week or 2 ago where I played old school robots. I can't remember if that was a video or a live stream, but I did an OG robot video, and I'm pretty sure I had spears on the Leo, but I don't think I had the autopilot. I think I was just running the spears the way they were. It's really when you throw the autopilot on there that it makes the spears not fun. Yeah, Kron, that would be great if Hades made a comeback. Yeah, Razdors can actually be really good on the Mars as well. Nakil, thank you. You got a good point there. That's a great set of weapons for Mars. Pandu said, Manny Gaming tried it with the Ansile and it was good. Personally, I don't think the Ansile is good on anything because up there in Champion League, somebody shoots your Ansile like once and it's gone. I don't know, maybe he went up against weaker players that day because I'm telling you, the Ansile shield is almost worthless in Champion League. So sometimes you might get into a game where the players you're fighting aren't very strong or might be a couple leagues lower than you. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe he ran into one of those matches when playing the Ansile because, man, I've tried Ansile a couple times recently and they were just absolutely terrible. They did not protect me from anything. Everybody just took it down or shot right through it and killed me. It was like it wasn't even on there. So I would not suggest anybody running Ansiles on anything in Champion League. Maybe like in the lower leagues it would be okay, but in Champion League I would say no. I should actually do an Ansile video in Champion League. That might be kind of fun. I don't expect it to do well, but... Alright, so JR is hacking the reporters. Reporting the hackers. Good job, buddy. Definitely report them. If you can take a video of it and then post the video on YouTube and send in-game support a link, that also helps. Kron says, Manny probably played 50 games for that footage. I do know some of the YouTubers will sit there for 8-10 hours a day just recording games to try and get really good footage. Me, normally I play 2 or 3 games and I show you whatever footage I get because honestly, I like to show you guys average footage. Like, yeah, everybody gets, if you play enough games in the day, you're definitely going to get some really amazing games where you just dominate. But every game's not actually like that for your average player. So I like to show people average battles. I like to show battles that go good, but I don't like to show you me just obliterating somebody, because that's not what it's normally like on every battle. So yeah, average gameplay is what I like to put on my channel. That way people can actually relate to it and see what it does, like when it's, you know, on a normal everyday game. Mike's Gaming says, I hate hackers. So do I. I think they suck. Conway, what's up, man? I think you deleted your message or something, but how you doing? Pandu says, people these days like a funny setup better than a competitive setup. Neil says, you're right, spears aren't all that good without that pilot. Yeah, I mean, I was running a Kepri with 4 spears without the pilot, and I was just like, wow, it's taking like 30, 40, 50 shots to kill something. But the guys with the pilot are killing me in like 3 shots. JR says, best way, Danny, real gameplay. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's what the average player actually relates to. I mean, there's excellent players out there, there's average players, there's lousy players out there. I mean, not everybody in the game is like top notch and just obliterating stuff on every game, you know what I mean? Even some of those top squads that just melt you down in 2 minutes and end the game in 2 minutes, like when they're not playing with their squad and they're just playing solo, a lot of those guys don't do anywhere near that good. But when you get 6 like super high-end players together that all work together as a team properly to defeat the other team, yeah, those guys are going to stomp you into pieces. But it's a very different story when you get them one-on-one, unless they're hacking or something. I mean, there's a couple clans I know of that for some reason, even if you're in a game with just 1 or 2 of them, somehow they can destroy everybody on the battlefield every single time, come out with like 15 kills and 20 million damage in a 2-minute game every single time they play. How does somebody accomplish that? I want to know how that's possible. If they're not cheating, how are they doing it? Like, I can't guarantee that the people doing that are cheating, but they've found some sort of something that most of us don't know about that are allowing them to do that. It might be something that's just the game already has, and we just don't know how to put something together to make it happen that way. But I don't know if there's like certain bugs. I mean, for example, I do know how to make a hawk do... Well, I used to. They did change the chips, so it doesn't do it anymore, but I used to know how to make a hawk do like 300 to 400% more damage with its laser. And it would pretty much melt you instantly. So there may be people finding setups that just do that kind of thing, and then there's the people that are hacking, and then who knows what, but there's so many people that are actually hacking, it's crazy. Oh, you want to know what's funny is... Don't quote me on this, but I guess there was a guy that came by my last live stream and he was trying to say I was hacking and that somebody in my clan gave him information and screenshots, and I was like, oh yeah, post it, I want to see. He's like, oh, I can post the screenshot. So I was like, show me. Somebody, I guess the guy was a YouTuber, I don't remember what his name was or who he was, but somebody else looked his channel up and went to his channel, and he was using speed hacks on his channel, and he was accusing me of being a hacker. Can you believe that crap? I'm just thinking, oh my god, if they found the correct guy, I don't know if that was the same guy or not, but they're saying it is. A couple people went to the guy's channel and checked it out and said he was using speed hacks on his channel. And he came to my channel and said, I'm so disappointed, Danny, you're a hacker. Yeah. And I was like, don't you think if I was a hacker, I would be doing like a lot better in the game than I usually do? You know what I mean? I think that day I was playing like Skyros and I was getting like 300,000 damage, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm definitely not a hacker, but it was pretty lousy for somebody to come and accuse you of something like that. Then you find out they were probably a hacker themselves. You know what I mean? That's rotten. That's really rotten. I didn't go to the guy's YouTube channel, and I don't remember what the person's name is, so I'm just going by what a couple of my friends told me that actually looked the guy up. But that's completely rotten for somebody to do something like that. Pandu, I don't know what that bot's going to be like on the live server, but I'm going to say yes, it's going to be very good. Alright, so things on the test server are often very different when they come to the live server, so you can't really judge it by how it is on the test server, alright? Once it goes live, we'll actually get to play it and see what it's like in a real game, and that's when we're going to be able to judge whether or not it's good. But my guess is it's going to be really easy to kill because it has a very powerful ability. Being able to jump from one beacon halfway across the map and land somewhere to where your teammates can just walk through a portal and show up on the enemy's home beacon or something like that, that is an extremely powerful and scary ability. So I'm guessing they're going to make it very squishy and easy to kill. But I think it's going to be one of those robots where it's probably going to take some skill to keep it alive. But if you can keep it alive, I think it's going to be an extremely huge help to your team. I think it's going to make gameplay crazy and weird and nuts and wacky. Grady says, no hackers in our clan, they will be kicked immediately. Yeah, Grady's in my clan. We don't like hackers. Oh man, Sun Paul says, imagine like making a portal to one of your robots that's about to die and you can just like teleport over there with a mender. Yeah, you could jump to the guy that needs healed and the mender could like teleport in and heal him or something. Yeah, I mean, it's going to make gameplay very interesting when robots can just teleport through some sort of portal. Alright guys, so our time on the stream is just about up here, so if you guys got any last minute questions, get them in now. Pandu, yes, I'm a little bit worried about the new weapons being really OP as well. Like I said, I don't really judge anything too much by the way it is on the test server, but the scary thing is normally when it comes to the live server, it's way better than it was on the test server, so if it's crazy OP on the test server, that does worry me. That makes me think it's going to be like unstoppable when it comes to the live server, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Oh yeah, the thing will just drop. Oh, yeah, I can see it right now. That Imugu or whatever the heck it's called will just jump into somebody's home spawn, and the enemy team will just run through and then spawn raid you. That's gonna get a little bit weird. Mitos, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you coming out, my friend. Suresh says, no questions anymore. Hopefully I answered them all. I answered all the questions. Sorta, maybe, kinda. Missy says, I made it no jumping cheeseburger today. Kron, glad you had a good time, my friend. Yeah, it was definitely a fun stream. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys and chatting with you and everything, answering the questions. I think it's a lot of fun. I wish I had answers to everything, but there's definitely some things Pixonic doesn't tell us or things we don't know about, so we do get a little bit of good information here and there, but some stuff we don't find out for sure until the same time you guys do, you know? Pixonic does like to keep their secret stuff secret. They don't really like things being leaked out too much, I've noticed. They don't like the players to know too much before it happens, but somehow somebody always gets the information out there early. We're not really sure how some of those guys get the info, but some people get the info and post it out, and next thing you know, the cat's out of the bag. Alright, Missy Scott, good luck with your new account. Yep, the hackers are kind of turd burgers. Jimmy, I'm not really sure what you mean by your comment there exactly, but Danny Hacker's life is full of misery. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're probably miserable people, so they're hacking to try and ruin somebody else's life and make them feel bad, right? I think that's what you're saying there. But yeah, probably. I mean, it takes a special kind of person to, like, hack the game. Now, I can understand some people maybe doing some little hacks just to get an advantage. Like, if you're a crappy player and you're like, oh man, I keep getting my butt kicked, maybe I'll run a little hack to get an advantage. I can maybe understand how somebody would have that mentality. But those hackers that run like the exploding Hellburners and Arthurs that just sit there and blow everybody up, what kind of a person does it take to do that? A really lousy piece of crap, honestly. Especially those guys that would get onto other people's accounts and sell all their stuff. They would hack other players' accounts on Steam. They would disband the clan, sell all the players' robots. That takes a real terrible person to do stuff like that. It really does. I don't understand why anybody would do that. Or making one of those hacks where you're just so powerful nobody can do anything. How can that even be fun? There's no challenge, no skill in that type of thing. That can't be fun. But yeah, unfortunately, the majority of the hackers, my guess is they're either lousy players who just feel like they need to do something else because they suck so bad, or they're just miserable people who want to ruin somebody's day. I'm not sure why else somebody would do it, honestly. Vixis, what's up, buddy? You're coming right at the end of the stream. Nice to see you, though. He does have one question, so this will probably be the last question. No, Pandu has a question. Hold on real fast. You got a Fafnir. What weapon should you get in the workshop for the Fafnir? You know what I really like on the Fafnir? I think you can get pulsars from the workshop, right? I really like pulsars on the Fafnir. The radiation weapons are probably the best ones you can get, but pulsars are pretty nice. Those are the only ones I can think of offhand that you can get from the workshop that I would want to run on there. So Vioxis says, is there a way to get resources fast? Not really. You got to play the game a lot. If you can afford to buy the VIP pass, I think that gives you like 50% more resources per game. But play the game and do good at the game and play a lot of games. Or spend some money, basically. I wish I had a better answer for you on that. But if you play enough and you don't waste your resources and you manage them strategically and only upgrade stuff that's actually important and worth upgrading, you should be able to do okay. But a lot of people make the mistake of trying to upgrade every single item they get, and then they never get a hanger that's past like level 8 or level 10, because every time they get something new, they stop upgrading the current stuff, start upgrading the new thing, then they get another new thing, then another new thing, then another new thing. You basically got to pick 5 robots, throw weapons on them, and then don't stop upgrading that until it's at the level where you want it to be performing. And at that point, then start upgrading something else. So that's how I would do it. Nikhil says, what robot did you expect from Pixonic, Danny? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, for the prize? I actually thought they were going to give us a Raven. I thought we were all going to get Ravens for free, but we got a shell. All right, everybody. I just want to say thank you all for coming out. You guys are super amazing. All the channel members, thank you. Anybody who ever donates, thank you. Everybody who watches the videos, thank you. Moderators, thank you. Everybody who hangs out with me on the live streams, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I want to say thank you to my mom. I don't really know why, because she's not here and she really didn't do anything except for, you know, tell me she doesn't like this game, but yeah. All right, guys. Have a great day and catch you later. You guys have an amazing day, and I'll probably be back on Thursday for another live stream, all right? See you guys, and thanks. Lightning out.